Storm Shield weather, certified most accurate.
Good evening, everyone. It has been a very soggy day thanks to Tropical Depression Bill, which is why we do have a flash flood watch in effect for all of Green Country until early Friday morning. A lot of roadways have become closed and impassable, so we also have flash flood warnings in effect throughout most of eastern Oklahoma. These run anywhere from 6 p.m. tonight till about 8:30 p.m. tonight. If you do encounter any roadways completely covered in water, do not try and drive through it. It is very hard to judge just how deep that water is. Then it could float your vehicle and you could become stalled. It's a very dangerous situation, so just find a different route if you encounter any of those water-covered roadways. But Tropical Depression Bill, he still looks pretty impressive and pretty cool on radar. The heaviest rains right along I-44 still. That's indicated by those yellows and oranges. Those are the heavier downpours that we're seeing now moving into the Pryor area. Grove, you're going to start to see some heavier downpours here pretty soon as well. But you'll notice that Bartlesville now seeing the drier conditions, and for areas off to the west, the system has finally moved out of your area, so we are going to start to see those waters receding a little bit around Oilton as well as Bristow. The system will continue to move eastward as we head throughout the rest of our evening, taking the rain with it, leaving us with drier conditions for Friday and a very hot and humid weekend on the way. Also in Grove, looking at some light to moderate downpours just north of Siloam Springs, also looking at some of those heavier downpours. And the rain still ongoing from Shakota down towards Sallisaw right along I-40, so be especially careful traveling along those interstates as well. As I mentioned earlier, we have seen some very impressive rainfall totals. Newport picking up over 11.5 inches of rain, Sulphur over 7.5 inches, about 5 to 7 in Okemah and Ada, and Hectorville over 4.5 inches of rain as well. The rain, it will finally come to an end through the overnight with the clouds lingering, but this weekend we are going to see that sunshine returning. A ridge of high pressure builds into the area, meaning a very hot and humid week on the way. Highs back in the lower 90s. We are still going to be feeling extremely muggy throughout the next week. Right now, we're only at 73 degrees here in Tulsa, thanks to all the clouds and rain that we've seen all afternoon long. 76 in Bartlesville, 77 in Bristow. Notice the 80s off to the west, where they have seen drier conditions throughout the afternoon. But on future track, we're going to see Tropical Depression Bill moving off to the east, taking most of the rain with it by about 11 p.m. We'll just see the clouds lingering over the area. A partly cloudy start to our day here in Tulsa, but as that system continues to move eastward in the afternoon hours, we'll start to see those clouds clearing out of the region. Still could see an isolated shower right along the Arkansas border, but most areas are going to be seeing dry conditions. Tonight, temperatures dropping down to the upper 60s, 69 in Okmulgee is a low, 68 for Tulsa, 66 in Bartlesville. And then throughout the day, we'll finally start to see that sunshine arriving as we head towards the evening hours with light winds, highs in the mid 80s, 86 for Bristow and Tulsa, 85 in Bartlesville, and 83 in Coffeyville. That high pressure sets up for next week, so that means sunny and dry for most of the next 7 days. Highs back in the lower to mid 90s. It's also going to be very humid. We'll be right back.